with my cohort in crime, man who has a face for radio, Steve the Animal Mitchell.
What's going on, Straight Talk Wrestling fans?
What's going on is it's looking really good. The moisturizer is working.
I'm trying, man.
You got rid of the Irish Spring Bar, and now the face wash is working properly.
No, it's Irish Spring Bar all the way, man.
Still Irish Spring?
No, it's never been Irish Spring.
It's never been Irish Spring.
You just brought that up yesterday, and I really wanted to make you believe that was the case.
I thought it was the case. I really was soaked on it. No?
Not at all. This is all natural, man.
All natural.
This is the way it is. I wake up like this every day.
Every day. It's not premeditated.
No, not at all.
All right.
This is just the way the good Lord Jesus Christ made me.
Oh, God. All right. And as now we can introduce our special guest. We got another guest at the Straight Talk Studios who was gracious enough to come to us, Mr. Lionel Knight.
Black Lavender, baby.
Black
Lavender in the house.
Ladies call him Black Lavender.
Yeah.
Welcome, boys.
Welcome to Straight Talk.
I'm so glad you guys brought me on the show. You guys have some pretty cool people, and I feel privileged to be on the show. Thank you.
That's cheers, man. Thanks so much.
Well, you know what? It was actually interesting because a couple weeks ago we had interviewed Jeff Cole from Shooting Indies.
Yeah.
And we were still trying to get into certain modes and trying to figure out who was the next person we wanted to, really focus on and bring to light on the show. Because here on Straight Talk, as much as we are big fans of wrestling, we're also in the form of educating. We want to educate. We also have a lot of American listeners, so we wanted to educate them on the best kept secret in Canada, which is the entire Canadian indie scene.
It is.
Here is a scene that nobody else really has.
Nobody.
With a lot of hard hitting, a lot of great wrestlers, great talent, great matches, great characters, great everything.
Yeah.
And then he kind of ran down a list of who we should attack next. And you were on our short list, but once he was like, you know what, man? Lionel's really close. He'll definitely come out, no issue. I was like, you know what? Let's push him right to the top.
Set it up, man.
So that was how that happened.
Thank you, Gigi. That's my boy right
So
there.
I guess the first question that we always ask, the one question that's standard for everybody when we start an interview.
What's up?
Everybody has that defining moment where they fell in love with wrestling in one form or another. When they knew wrestling was going to be a big part of their life. Do you remember that moment?
I had a few moments where I'm like, okay, I feel like I could do this. But for me, the moment where I saw Booker T is when I was like, okay, there's a shot. Because I didn't really see any black guys in it that were like prominent or really pushed up there. So Coco Beaver was like, he was Coco Beaver. Like, he was good, but you knew he wasn't winning no titles. You knew he wasn't winning no matches. Booker T was like the first black guy I saw serious where it's like, okay, he's actually like, he looks like a contender or he looks like a future world champion. And for me, that was like the first real deal. Second for me was Eddie Guerrero because he was small, but he got the crowd to hate him so much, and he was actually really big. It sucks that WCW never used him. But those two guys are like the first two guys are like, okay, yo, I can. I feel like I could do it because I was wanted to do it. I remember seeing like Hogan and Macho Man. Macho Man was like big to me too because he was smaller. But
Cream of the crop, baby. Cream of the
cream
crop.
of the crop, right? You gotta. If you want to be good, you gotta look at the best, right? So I used to always look at those guys, but it was more like, oh, that's cool. It's super cool. But then after seeing Booker T and Eddie, it was like, holy smokes, like, yo, it's possible, And then Sean was like my third. Guy that was like, he's another small guy, so
seeing those guys in the ring doing their thing is what gravitated you towards the business.
Dean, Ray, Jericho, like all the cruiserweights, Juventud, Psychosis, all the cruiserweights were the ones.
All the workhorses, if you will, of WCW, the guys that were just supposed to shut up, go out there and have great matches, but not get pushed anywhere.
And those were the guys I liked because the matches were awesome. They were in the ring. They were smaller, but they were entertaining.
Oh yeah, for those 50 minutes they were on Nitro, they were probably definitely, especially near the end, when everybody was a member of NWO.
Yeah.
Those guys were the guys that literally kept you watching. Where does the journey for Lionel Knight begin? So we know that your influences. You decided that okay, I can do this. I have a shot. Where did you start? When did you get into training? When did you start training? And who did you train with?
The guy I trained with was a guy named Ted Herbert. He passed away. It was actually in Brampton, his school. And it was weird because when I was getting ready to graduate high school, I got my last year. A buddy of mine, Daniel Hampton, I'm putting you on blast real quick. He and I used to go to his house on lunch and wrestle and whatever. And he told me about a school. He showed me an article about a school that was not too far from where we lived. And we just want to see we didn't think, okay, we can fully do this yet. At least I wasn't. So we're but I want to touch a ring. I want to see a ring. I want to touch the padding, the post. I want the ropes, everything. So we go down to the school, and Ted was there, and he takes some of our information, and I felt good that this guy was like taking out. I felt like I was possibly being recruited for this thing, right? And he takes out our information, and then about a month later, his son, who was out in Europe on a tour, came back and he called me. He's like, "Hey, I heard so much about you. I want you to come down and talk to a guy. I really like to have you hear what I have to say." So I go down, and he says, "Hey, listen, man. Honestly, you got the right build. I feel like you got the right look. I'm willing to make a deal with you. I will give you the first month free, because back then it was like $200 a month, and then you had to pay a $500 down payment." He's like, "You don't have to pay the $500. You don't have to pay the and your first month is free. So you're basically getting away with $700 here. Just try it. If you don't like it at any point, you could quit in that first month."
After 30 days, it's like a trial period with Netflix,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You're not feeling the content?
No, you pass it on, right?
Yeah.
So first half hour, I was hooked.
It only took 30 minutes, eh?
30 minutes, man.
And you still had an additional 29 days plus some hours to go.
And I was hooked. I didn't say anything. I was like, I don't know, I'm not sure.
You don't want to give your, you
no,
want to show
no,
your
you gotta
cards.
play a little bit, man. You gotta finagle, right? That's the key word of the day, guys. Finagle. It was funny because my manager ends up calling. He's like, "Yo," because he found out I wrestled. He's like, "Lionel, you know what you should do? You should come out in a velvet speedo and call yourself Black Lavender." I'm like, "Man, that's the stupidest thing in the world. I'm never using that. That is so dumb. It's whatever." And then
Shout out to Lionel's old boss.
yeah. Yeah. So after I left, I felt as if me as a whole I wasn't really doing anything. I wasn't really like, yeah, there's like, "Oh, Limelight, you're decent at wrestling, whatever." But like,
You just felt your character was very stagnant at that
stagnant. It
point.
wasn't going anywhere. It's kind
The
of
glass
boring.
ceiling was there, but you just couldn't punch
Yeah,
through,
it
right?
was just boring.
Like I just come out, I fight people, and
Yeah,
that's
that's it.
There's
That's
no
Or
more
actually,
to
to
go.
quote Holden Albright, you were at almost a leveled up moment, but you hadn't leveled up yet.
Oh man, is that what he said?
That's what he
Yeah.
said.
That's what he said.
He mentioned about his own career.
Yeah,
about
no, but that's what he said.
Leveled up moments.
That's beautiful. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what it was.
I told him
Yeah.
I was going to steal it, and I did. Holden, I stole it.
I'm stealing it too. That was no, seriously, because that's exactly what it was. I just felt like I wasn't able to break through to the next level. And it's like, man. And then it's funny because people were still calling me that. Like my buddies, because I told my buddies about it, and they were still calling me that. You know what I mean? I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do that. Like,
I'm gonna do something with it.
yeah. And I'm just like, what can I do to be different? I'm like, okay, well, I'm black, do rags, I wear them all the time. Let's throw that in there. That's a Booker T thing too. You know,
Old school Harlem Heat
old,
right there,
old
man.
school R&B. You know what I mean? And then it's like, okay,
If you just get the eraser fade,
Ah,
you know what
I
mean?
love the braids too much, man. I love the braids way too much. I didn't want to copy Booker T. I take so much of his stuff already. So
Yeah.
And then let me guess, you saw Mark Henry, and it all went.
no. You know what it was? You know
downhill
what
from
it was?
there.
The braids for me. I just like braids since I was a kid. I had them
Right
when I was
on.
a kid, and then my mom cut them off because she just wanted them off. My mom's like a church lady. Boys shouldn't have braids. You know, she's so old school. So when I was like old enough to actually like pay bills, I grew my hair back. But no, I just wanted to like. So I started thinking too, and it's funny because the shirt, Nug is the one who actually came up with the design for the shirt. He actually made the design within like 3-4 minutes, sent it to me. He's like, make the shirt. And that was it. And then I got the shirt. I'm like, okay, what can I do to make it different? I didn't want to just wear it like a regular t-shirt. Okay, let's cut the sleeves off a little bit.
That's what I imagine. That's why.
Which
it was
leads to
your-
my next question.
Next
guy.
question.
If one of the big brands were to ever call,
Ooh.
any one of them, I'm not gonna throw them. You know, we already went over the names.
Yeah.
If any one of them were to call, where would you go, and who would you like to work your first promo with, like your first package with?
Oh man.
That's a tough question.
That
Right?
is, yo, he hit me with a good one. Shout out to George. He hit me with a good one.
It's all right. He stole my question.
You stole your question. Is that true?
I don't know if it's a
100%.
stealing question. It's just the way the interview organically flows.
You see how I'm using that to get me more time to think?
Yeah, I
You
can
guys
see that.
See
yeah.
that, right?
Good,
Okay,
good.
I still don't have an answer.
Maybe top three. Maybe like anybody in that top three.
Okay, yeah,
realm
give us
of
a two.
anybody
Give
that
us-
you would
give us
really
two
like
or
to.
three.
Yeah.
I'd
That you've
want,
had on your mind that you would really like to run a program with.
I'd want to work something with Velveteen only because the characters are similar,
Yeah.
and I think we could do some pretty cool stuff. It'd be AEW, man. I mean, that's the new thing, and like, I feel like it's gonna be something crazy, and I want to get in on it early.
Yeah.
Who I want to work a program with, MJF. I think
Right
he
on.
seems to cool
Nice.
stuff. I
Good
think-
choice.
Yeah, I think
Good
you know, I
choice.
could do some pretty
Actually, you're
cool
not gonna lie. I could see just your charisma and the way you handle yourself.
I think the talking.
I could really see you going toe to toe.
Yeah,
with
we can
Jericho.
talk. Yeah, possibly. I wouldn't want to put myself up there just yet. But MJF is a good. He's so good at promos. He's so good in the ring, and I feel like he and I can do some cool stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like his character, the way he is, and the way I think we could pull some pretty cool stuff off.
I think you could too.